Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode. In today's lesson I'm going to teach you how to make a teapot on the potter's wheel. They can be a little intimidating for you at first, and so there's one thing I want you to remember, and that is to make sure that your spout is as high or higher than the rim of the pot, or you can only fill it up to the bottom of the spout. Other than that, I hope to make this easy for you. Let's go ahead and zoom in, make some parts, and get assembling. I'm going to be leaving maybe between a quarter inch and 3/8 of an inch of clay on the very bottom. If you're not comfortable checking that, just use a needle tool. I'm basically going to be making a little jar. I want to make a little step, a little ledge here, and there's several different ways to do it. I kind of like just to point my index finger where I want it to go. And just displace some of this clay down. You want this to be deeper than the thickness of your lid, which is going to be at least a quarter inch. So the lid sits all the way down in there. You can just take a trimming tool and just clean that up ever so lightly. What's very important to remember is to use your calipers, and you're going to be measuring the inside diameter. Measure from corner to corner. Okay. Measure twice, cut once is the construction rule. That's my number. I'd like to take that to a measuring stick or tape measure and actually write that number down to a 32nd of an inch. We're going to make a spout and lid. I think it's important to make a couple spouts and a couple lids per teapot, just to see if one fits better, looks better, better shape. I may only show you one in the video for time reasons, but I usually make at least two. Okay, so I'm going to start with the spout. Spouts can be a little bit tricky, and I'm going to want you to make a larger spout than you think you need. Think about making a spout as a tiny little bottle. It's very important to make the bottom wider than you think you need to. Okay, I think it's important to taper the inside of your spout. Make sure it's a nice sharp edge. I'm just using a needle tool on the inside. Now I'm going to be cutting this off. Okay, with the remainder of this clay, I'm going to be making a lid or two. The easiest way to make your first lid is to make this tiniest little bowl possible. Now I measured my calipers, and the opening of my teapot is about 3.5 inches wide. Okay, so it looks like I'm a little bit wide. So I'm going to take this and just chop it down to my width. I just usually do about 1/8 or 1/4 inch at a time. You can chop this off with a wire tool, needle tool, any tool you want. I'm going to make one more, just a little bit differently this time. What I'm going to do with this one is actually throw in the knob. Instead of going straight down the middle, I'm just going to pull my finger back a little bit and then apply some pressure down. This is going to be a low center of gravity lid. Okay, see how far I need to go? Looks like I'm right where I need to be. I'm going to go ahead and get this off the wheel, make everything leather hard, and do some assembly. Okay, so we have all the pieces are leather hard and ready to trim up and assemble. It's also my first chance where I can actually see how things are fitting. Okay, that's looking pretty good. You've got a little tiny wiggle there, which is great. That's fitting nice and tight. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to move all this aside and trim things up. I always like to inspect the thickness here. It looks like I have about 3/8 of an inch of clay. And remember, I'm just trimming to the inside shape of the lid. Now, how do you trim something like that? This is in the way, right? So what you're going to be doing is either using your pot as a chuck, which a lot of people do. Center that up the best you can. Flip that upside down. Be lugging down the bottom. There's not a ton of clay to trim. Okay, so we have everything we need on the table here to make this teapot. We got our spouts, we have our lids, everything's leather hard. And the hardest part is really just getting this spout to work. Now we have two different options. I'm going to hold this behind. You can kind of calculate this line where I need to cut this spout. It's going to be cut at quite a bit of an angle. Remember, the bottom of the spout needs to be as high or higher than the rim. And so I've already looked at this, and I know it's going to be, notice how I've curved that ever so slightly. We're going to be cutting it at an angle, something like this. I like to use a cheese slicer when I do this. You can see I'm starting to get the angle I want. I have to do a little bit more curvature on my cut. Okay, that's looking pretty good right there. And when I'm happy with the angle, happy with where it's coming off the body of the pot, I'm going to go ahead and trace this all the way around. Now I'm going to be cutting a second line on the inside of this, is representing the wall thickness. Now I have some different options here. I can go ahead and cut this all the way out, just completely have it cut out. Or I could poke a series of holes using a hole maker or the back end of a needle tool or something like that. Or I can decide to add this little object I made right here. So I have a back end of a shovel handle. I put a little slab on there and poked a series of holes. And that would go on the inside to filter the tea. This is going to maximize my drainage possible. Sometimes if you just drill little holes here, you can they can get plugged up with glaze. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, following that inside line. and I'm going to score that whole area. Always score more than you need. Just go ahead and fill up your score marks. I think it's important to completely fill them up. Now we're going to get that on that in my spot. Now remember, press and wiggle. It's going to get a really good connection. Just light pressure. A little bit of slip. Remember, I'm taking this and flipping it over. This is basically called cutting and pasting. I'm going to be leaving that nice little sharp edge. Okay, so now let's try some different lids. Sometimes you just don't see which one that's going to work until later. Although this would work just fine. You can see I could tilt this pretty far and not have it fall out, which is a major bonus. But this lid kind of fits the form. You can see it's almost a continuation of the line. I like the way that looks. I've made a little knob. This is just a tiny little handle. This little ridge here relates with this ridge on the spout. And if I like it, I'll just mark it and glue it down. Okay, these are looking pretty good. Only thing we need to do now is pull a handle. I did decide to put in this this T filter in there, and so I've scored up both sides, line them up, pressing and holding, slight wiggle. That's going to filter the T. Okay, that's looking good. Now all we need is a handle. Well, it's time to pull a handle. When pulling handles, just make it easy on yourself. You really want to just have the handle almost finished before you even attach it on there. A lot of people pull the handle and then let it dry to the same consistency as the pot. I actually have gotten in the habit of pulling the handles off the pot itself, so I'm going to start with a tapered coil. Flatten this off. Really just using that curved part of my wrist. You can see now we've already have something that's tapering in thickness and in width. I'm not going to need nearly this much. I'm going to cut this handle away from me. This is going to maximize my connection area. I know it's going to come right off this transition point, right off the shoulder. So I'm going to make sure it's lining up with the spout. Go ahead and mark that. Slip and score this. Both sides. Give it some slip. Again, filling up your score marks is very important. Now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to smash and wiggle it on. And then just spend a few moments pressing it on. And just spend a second just getting a little bit of slip on the handle itself. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Gonna let this drop down towards the bottom. All final cleanup will happen a little bit later. You probably noticed I put these little sprigs on there. If you're interested in knowing how to make them or apply them, go check out my How to Make a Sprig Mold video. It's on YouTube. And there you have it, our finished teapot. Good luck with this assignment.